You will commonly see me outside of a McDonald's offering people $100 to just leave the establishment and get something healthier instead. But what are the real hidden ingredients in McDonald's that are negatively affecting your health every single time you eat it? We're gonna dive into those right now, and the last one might surprise you. Send this video to anyone who still eats McDonald's. Let's dive into what's actually in here right now. Now, many of these ingredients aren't there to help you. They're actually there to help McDonald's. What do I mean by that? The ingredient I'm about to tell you about is actually an anti-foaming agent. So this is added to the frying oil at McDonald's so they can reuse that oil over and over again. Because you could do this experiment at home. You could make some beef tallow french fries or even use sunflower oil or whatever. After a few batches of fries, it's gonna start to foam up and become unusable. You'd have to pour it out and get new oil. Well, McDonald's doesn't like doing that because that eats into their profit margins in many ways. One, more oil that they have to use. Two, you have to pay employees and use employee time to change that out. So this ingredient called dimethyl polyeloxane is in the oil of McDonald's. Now, when dimethyl polyeloxane first hit the food manufacturing scene, there were some issues because formaldehyde was found. But then they basically went, hey, we figured out a way to get all the formaldehyde out. We're good, dude, we got it. Dimethyl polyeloxane is a silicone polymer not found in nature whatsoever. There is not long-term data on what happens if you consume small amounts of it, and it's there to protect McDonald's bottom line, not protect your health. Because of dimethyl polyeloxane's anti-foaming properties and its use as basically a waterproofing agent, it's used in many things like detergent, like when they spray that substance on top of forest fires. There's a lot of interesting things it's used for. My food would not be one of them. Let's get on to the next thing. Next, we have a substance that you won't find on any of the McDonald's ingredient lists. Even when they are sued to disclose this info, it won't be on there. This is glyphosate. You may have heard of glyphosate. This is an herbicide that is being used more and more. Now, why might you not want to ingest glyphosate? Besides what we've talked about before, with these companies developing test sites in islands like Hawaii and testing new herbicides, new pesticides, and basically harming people, sending an entire middle school in Hawaii that lived right under their test site to the hospital one day because they were testing a new pesticide. Maybe you're a fan of that and you're like, it's fine, I still support it. Glyphosate is classified as potentially carcinogenic, but the big organizations say that in these small amounts that will show up in your food, it's not a problem. Your body will deal with it. The thing is, they say people that work directly with glyphosate can have an increase in lymphoma. And now we suddenly see people ingesting small amounts of glyphosate because it's in a lot of these fast foods. And we also see a massive increase in lymphoma in the United States. Yet they continue to say, hey, in small amounts, totally fine. Eat your glyphosate. Personally, I disagree. I don't think eating an herbicide or a pesticide is a good idea if you can avoid it. Now, glyphosate's a relatively new thing in the whole grand scheme of health. And there is a study from 2023 showing that low-dose glyphosate exposure in mice led to a worsening gut microbiome, a reduction in beneficial gut microbiome species, and a 2020 study showed that 54% of our gut microbiome might be sensitive to glyphosate. And yes, I know you will see some video with somebody in a lab coat going, all pesticides are safe, they get reviewed, and they're totally good. Think about this logically. If you are spraying something onto a bunch of crops that kills life, yes, it's killing pesticides, it's killing bugs. What do you think will happen when you ingest that? Come on, this isn't rocket science, guys. If you want to run that experiment on yourself and have a diet high in glyphosate by eating fast food, go for it. Me personally, I'm not going to do that. And another reason why I'm still gonna offer people $100 to not eat McDonald's is this last ingredient. It's garbage. Let's get into it. The last ingredient is the sheer amount of high fructose corn syrup that is added to the items here. Now, the government's recommendation, guys, is to not get over 25 grams of processed sugar in any given day. And if you drink a McFlurry, you're gonna hit 85 grams of processed sugar. That's not it though. If you get a burger with that, there's also corn syrup in the bun. And if you put some sauce on your McNuggets or some fries, there's corn syrup in the sauce. Oftentimes, you're gonna leave this McDonald's drive-thru ingesting 100+ grams of high fructose corn syrup. This is garbage. If you don't think this is negatively affecting your health, you are tripping. All in all, this place is just horrible. You shouldn't be eating McDonald's. And I know sometimes people say in the comments, oh, I eat it once a year. Yeah, I'm not really talking to you. Okay, that's not gonna end your life if you eat it once a year. But statistics show that Americans are actually over-consuming McDonald's. And the crazy thing is, there are so many good options out there, and McDonald's is expensive now. Tell me below, how much is an average meal at McDonald's for you in your state? Because in California, it's $14 to $18 to get a meal at McDonald's. There are so many better options. You need to start to lock in on your health. I'm gonna keep on paying people $100 to not get McDonald's, even though they're calling the cops on us right now. They hate us here at McDonald's, and you know what? I hate them. It's mutual. Fuck you, McDonald's. Stop putting these shitty ingredients in our food. Remember, guys, they care about their bottom line, not your health. Send this to someone who still eats this trash. Log in, like and subscribe, because I'll be posting stuff like this every single week to help you get dialed in. Let's go.